Hello, welcome to another video. This one, having a trip back down south, the Falklands 10mm. For a little while I've been wanting to sort out for the system we're using like a regimental aid post area, so where to evacuate the casualties to. Pendraken do a really nice BV202, which was the snowcat vehicle that they used there. The 202 is a specific one for the Falklands. The ones that they used in Afghanistan in sort of 2008 to the bank was called the Warthog. That's a completely different vehicle, albeit looking physically the same. It's an articulated, tracked vehicle. So obviously Pendraken, I think I've had these since they introduced the range, which I think was probably 2012, something like that. So I had them for probably 12 years. I've not got around to doing it. Anyway, so what I've done, I had a couple of them. I've based one individually and the other one I've based with a little few elements on a round base. I've also knocked up some line of sight blockers, which are Pendraken's 10mm sheep. So what we'll do, we'll go down to the turntable and have a look at the stuff. Right, so this is a single based BV202, painted using my normal methods. I've got it based, they're just easier to base when they're this size in 10mm. All I've really done to it is I've had some additional storage on the top. When you see photos from the conflict, they're all really heavily stored, and I've put a cam net on, which is just bandaged. So that's where we are with that. I considered doing the windows, but in this scale I think they sometimes look better just painted black. Right, so this is the Regimental 8-post base, so it's another 202, this time on a circular base, and as you can see I've added some little bits and pieces. The stretcher bearers are actually, I think, from the Pendraken ACW range. I've just banged some overly large helmets on them. The guy on the stretcher, I think maybe World War One. I think obviously the pair with the radio, they're from the Falklands range. But obviously in this scale, they're really easy to convert. The base, again, my normal method. So that's just basically painted, and then obviously the grit on in the normal way, and the blend of Falklands grass that I use, some woodland scenics, turf, and some tufts. Right, some line of sight blockers, as I mentioned in the introduction. These are the Pendraken 10mm sheep. They're actually quite nice models. I've got some that I bought which were N-gauge model railway ones, and the Pendraken ones are vastly superior. They just look better. These are the ones I'll be using for future. Out of interest, I think they also do them in a number of different scales. They certainly do them in 20mm. And certainly for the Falklands, they're ideal. Just need some 10mm penguins now. Right, there we are. Normally, as normal with Pendraken, nice stuff to paint, and they're quite nicely detailed. I like them, and for this scale, for sort of company level attacks, 10mm probably ideal. I mean, 20mm would be great, but you just need a really large table. So as normal, if you've got any questions about how I did them, shout up and I'll answer. If you're not already a subscriber, if you want to have a think about subscribing, that would be great. You can do that from the main channel page, or alternatively at the end of the video in the bottom right hand corner there's an Empress 28mm British Infantry button. If you press that, that'll subscribe you. So coming up next, that's the sort of 10mm Falklands stuff little finished. I've been working on the Huey buildings. Me and Alex were over to a local model shop this morning getting some plastruct profiles just to help with stuff that we're doing. And once that's out the way, I want to kick off with the Arnhem Heroes stuff. Obviously at the moment, Arnhem Heroes 2 is on Kickstarter. Me and Alex, we haven't backed it yet, but that'll be getting backed over the weekend. So we're really looking forward to that coming out, but we want to kick off on the original Kickstarter as well, hence the test figure that we've done. So as normal, thanks very much indeed for watching. Thanks for all your support, and we'll see you next time.